Back to that breaking news now this morning. The Queen making a U-turn on Camilla, announcing that when Prince Charles becomes king, Camilla will be known as Queen Consort.
Yeah, joining us to unpack this historic announcement, former Palace Press Secretary Dickie Arbiter. Good morning again, Dickie. Thanks for coming back. This is a significant intervention by the Queen. I mean, the anointment is complete, you could say. Is this a sign of how strong their relationship has become?
Their relationship is very strong. You may remember before Charles and Camilla got engaged, the Queen was fairly frosty towards Camilla because of the sort of flack that came out of the breakup of the marriage between Charles and Diana. But the relationship is very close. The Queen trusts Camilla. Camilla trusts the Queen. The Queen made Camilla a Lady Knight of the Garter just a few weeks ago, which is a tremendous honour. And the fact now that she's intervened and said that it's her express wish that Camilla should be known as Queen Consort, I'm not surprised. I've said on this show, and consistently since the engagement on the 10th of February 2005, there's no such thing as a princess consort. It's claptrap. The wife of the king becomes the Queen Consort, end of. But what was also interesting in this announcement today was the Queen reaffirming her duty for life, similar to that she gave in 1947 on her 21st birthday. So she's done it consistently at every Jubilee, and there's no reason why she didn't have to do it this time. But she has done it, and she means that she will be Queen until she draws last breath. And that could be 4, 5, 6 years' time.
Goodness me. Dickie, we know that Prince Charles has wanted this for a long time. Was this the Queen's decision alone, or has Prince Charles been pushing for it? And do we know what William thinks about it?
Well, Prince Charles has not been backward in coming forward and letting it be known that he quite liked the idea. But this is very much the Queen's idea. The Queen is not lobbied by people. She will not be lobbied. She will not be pushed into something. She will make up her own mind in her own time. And Platinum Jubilee is a pretty good time to make up that decision. And she's done it. And it'd be interesting to see what the reaction is in the United Kingdom and the rest of the world, where the Queen is still head of state. Interesting to know what you guys will think. Well, not you particularly, but the Australian people.
But that's one thing. You know, she's obviously got the Queen's support, but will the public accept her as Queen Camilla?
Well, that's an interesting point. You know, if it had come about in February 2005 when they got engaged, there would have been outrage. But, you know, Diana has been dead for this year's the 25th anniversary. Nobody is airbrushing Diana out of history, but people do move on. Camilla's done a tremendous job. Without the help of PR experts or anything like that. She's very much focused on certain things, on the theatre, on the arts, on education, on literature, osteoporosis. And she is very good with people. When she's talking to somebody, she's looking at them in the eye. She's not looking over their shoulder to see who might be more important. She's looking at them. She's giving them quality time before she moves on. So she is very good. She's good for the monarchy. She's good for the institution. She's good for Charles, and she's good for the country.
Queen Camilla, Dickie Arbiter, thank you so much, sir. We appreciate it once again.
Thanks, Dickie. Welcome back. Today, the Queen officially marks 70 years on the throne on the anniversary of the death of King George VI. She's already been spotted cutting her cake and reliving memories from her previous jubilees. Yeah,
former Palace Press Secretary Dickie Arbiter joins us now from London. Great to have you on the show with us again, sir. February the 6th, 1952. How strong are your memories of that big day?
My memories are pretty strong because I was at school in London. I was 11 years old, and I remember it was late morning. I think the announcement came out, but sort of after midday-ish, the headmaster walked around. We didn't have an assembly hall, and he walked around every classroom and said, told us what had happened, that the king had died, that we were to pack up our books and we were to go home. No throwing caps in the air, a bit of decorum, but go home as a mark of respect. So we went home. We went back to school the following day. It's quite interesting. I remember first seeing the Queen in 1947, trooping the colour. It was the first one after the Second World War. The King was riding, the Queen was riding in the uniform of Grenadier Guards. And all the soldiers were in khaki. There was no scarlet, and it was pretty dreary. But it was fun to watch as a 7-year-old. And then the Queen rode again in 1949 and 1950 and 51. She actually took the salute because her father was desperately ill by then.
Wow, great memories.
70 years ago, incredible memories of something that happened so long ago. How will the Queen be celebrating or marking the occasion today? I imagine it's a bittersweet day for her then.
Well, I'm glad you said, you corrected yourself and said marking. She's always been at Sandringham on the anniversary. Last year she wasn't because of the lockdown, but in Sandringham, she tends to spend it very quietly. She contemplates. She has a religious service in the morning, usually privately, takes communion, and then spends the rest of the day thinking about what was. This year is going to be particularly poignant because she's not only remembering the loss of her mentor, her father, King George VI, but also her strength and stay, her husband of 73 years who died last year, Prince Philip. So it's a double remembrance for her. But I'm pleased to say that earlier today, and it's still Saturday here, the Queen had a reception at Sandringham House, and she looked absolutely terrific. I think you've already run some footage on that. And it really was good to see her out and about. She was very animated, and you know when she smiles, the whole room lights up.
Yeah, absolutely. But the people of Britain want to celebrate her 70 years on the throne, and so the official celebrations for her Platinum Jubilee will be held later in the year. So what is in store?
Well, what's in store is that it's a 4-day weekend, we're calling it, Thursday the 2nd, which coincidentally is the 69th anniversary of her coronation. They'll be Trooping the Colour. Usually it's on a Saturday. This year it'll be on Thursday. And then in the evening, we traditionally, when it's a big celebration like a Jubilee, we have beacons being lit all over the country. But we're going one better this year. There'll be beacons lit in every single capital of the Commonwealth. So not just us as part of the Commonwealth in the UK, but the whole Commonwealth will be lighting beacons. So there'll be anybody looking from space will be seeing fires all over the globe, which will be quite dramatic.
Yeah.
On the Friday, there'll be a Thanksgiving service, and on Saturday there is there's the Epsom Derby. Mustn't forget the Epsom Derby. It's eluded the Queen ever since she had her own horses. And I think people are secretly hoping that this year her horse will romp home. There'll be nothing fixed, but it's a legitimate race. But it'd be nice in her Platinum Jubilee year to actually win the Derby. Then in the evening, there's a big concert at Buckingham Palace. Then on the Sunday, the big lunch, the Jubilee lunch. We like street parties in the UK, so a time to celebrate. Streets are closed off, providing jobs worth in councils and health and safety allow it to happen. There'll be all sorts of goodies for kids and all sorts of goodies for adults, like probably a bit of beer and what have you. But there will be a street party. It's about 1,400 so far, but I would imagine there'll be a lot more.
That is some kind of bash, Dickie.
Like any good birthday, they have to last for a festival, like over days.
A great bash. And then in the afternoon, there is the pageant. And pageant will involve everybody in the Commonwealth. So come on, Australia, get your tickets, fly over and start rehearsing for the pageant on
Dickie
June the
Arbiter,
5th.
thank you so much as always, sir. It's great to see you.
Thank you, Dickie.